My dad was a starting fullback in the NFL. It doesn't matter how big or strong you are, this disease will take it all away. But at the same time, it leaves your mind intact. People just taking this death sentence. They don't want to fight. They just give up. My dad's not like that.
He believes that he's going to be the one that beats this.
Doctor. Well, the master sergeant back there.
I'm really uncomfortable discussing infirmity, but I have teammates out there, and when I say teammates now, I'm saying thousands of football players that need help, and I'm going to speak for them if I can. And it's like Mike Ditka says, get off your butt and do something.
I was diagnosed with ALS, and although that's hard to say. Although it doesn't seem like it, because it doesn't affect my legs yet, there's a lot of me that doesn't work quite the same.
Kevin Turner can do it all.
I just always felt like I had to sink all of myself into it to do it right.
Across midfield goes Kevin Turner, once again showing what a terrific football player he is.
You know, I just tried to emulate kind of what he did, and we definitely would go in there and see who could, hurt a guy.
Turner runs again. Boom!
They played Detroit. I remember talking to him after the game. You know, he had several injuries and had a serious concussion. It's just like, man, how long are you going to do this? Knowing what I know now, I wish I could have made him quit, When you're talking about somebody's brain, it's a whole different story.
Kevin Turner, born of the Fire Representative, born more me we have players time and not something we have and the important thing and more no who are in need to get those benefits now, and we just don't have time to wait another year or 5 years. At that point, in my head, mommy won't even be here. So, I would like to, have those moments where I can, at least make my living situation as comfortable as I can be.
I just texted Patty and told her that we'd be on our way soon. And
when I went to the NFL, I was drafted in the 3rd round, and I was 52 52 or 53.
And he was drafted in the 3rd round by the Cincinnati Bengals. He was middle linebacker, so he delivered the blows. He was a hard hitter. We just had no clue how key the concussions and not just the concussions, but the repetitive head blows. Not being logical in what he's doing or his determination of what he's going to do when.
Sometimes I do, but you know, I don't think I really get too bad. You know.
And then I began to see where he couldn't find words to express just simple things. You know, he'd say, well, like that, you know, that thing that you put on the bed, you know, that you put your head on. Oh, the pillow. Yeah, the pillow.
We go to places, what's the name of it? You go to a place to work out. Gym, yeah. So we go there and we get, I'm just drawing a blank on it. We get...
Treadmill?
Treadmill, yeah, there you go. Yeah. I'm on that all the time, so.
He told me just shaving in the morning was becoming a problem. Holding the razor, it fell out of his hand. You know, he was just using a disposable razor, and he said it was just very awkward. He couldn't get the grip right. He was having some more twitching, or what they call fasciculations, in his chest, where you see a little fluttering in his chest. You could see some of the nerves, which we thought were just nerves, jumping in his arm. And that just kind of seemed to start spreading from his arms to his biceps down to his legs. You could see his thigh muscles twitching, his facial muscles twitching. And at that point, I think Steve was becoming a little bit more alarmed.
And now he has a very hard time expressing himself much at all. That's one thing I really miss, is the companionship. Because he isn't able to carry on a conversation, that parlay of a discussion, he just cannot do it.
Just common sense tells you, all these people that are hurting and nobody's rushing to help them, something's wrong.
He does get up during the day and make some walks, but he tires quickly. I help clean his track out and help feed him, and basically, you know, go to the bathroom. He's got people here to help him do pretty much everything. We've all had to learn to lip read somewhat, and he gets a little aggravated with us because we can't do it real well. So every once in a while, I'll talk like back to him without saying anything, and he gives me that look like, you know, what'd you say? Most everything he can do is with his eyes or his feet. He has a feeding tube, and the process, he got this cord, and this is a shut-off valve for it, and mix the mix and put it in here, and we usually do it by gravity, just by holding this up and filling the tube up and let it run its natural course into the stomach.
He'll go through a little bit of just physical therapy. That's generally done 3 to 4 days a week, really giving him an intense stretching. So it's important that because they're not able to move around for themselves, since their body is, like my husband's state, paralyzed, that he has somebody come in that can actually work him out. So the stretching really helps keep him loose, and he just feels better.
He gets frustrated because sometimes his eyes, they get tired and he can't hit the right letters and stuff like that, and you'll see him just break down just because of something simple like that.
One of my fears that I have read about is the potential and the gradual loss of memory, and I am starting to witness that right now. Herb has had Parkinson's for 10 years. He's lived successfully and handled it as well as he can. But with the research that I've done and what the doctors have told me, that'll be coming, and that's why they say, I will know when he's changing. And I'm starting to see it now.
Denial is very typical for family and people with Alzheimer's. And denial is okay in a sense because it helps you get through day to day, but they have been very persistent in saying that it's progressive. Medication helps for a period of time. I just got done reading that for about a year, and he'll have been on medication a year in January. I do see progression though. His memory is getting worse.
Mary Lou helped me with an acronym, which is CABS. It's care now, assessment now, benefits now, and safety now. We have to have this right now. That has got to get out there and help those guys. And that acronym says it all.
What matters now, and I know my most important commodity is time, and none gives the man and the family another level of
Security.
Yeah. What is it?
We're fighting it in hopes that maybe his son, everybody that's listening to this has a son playing ball, that they won't be going through it, sitting in my shoes one day with their son.
This helmet is very important, not only to me, but me, because my family knows who don't even know they're going to need it. Unfortunately, it will happen. There will be more. I really hope that we get come to agreement and not helping those who need help.